Yep, welcome back. Last time... What even happened last time? Last time we found out that, Hariko, Satsuki, and Otori were all fucking secretly stealing food. Kinjo is like watching the armory, making sure no one kills anyone. We hang out with Tyra and her skill sucks. Shouldn't have hang out with her. And when we went to talk to Kinjo, we like had a schizo moment or something, and we went to our bed and passed out, and now we're like freaking out, and we're walking very slowly, and Akane was knocking on our doors. Let's see what's up. Maeda-kun, thank God you were there. Huh? What is it, Tara? Why do you do that? I was so worried because I couldn't see you anywhere. I was just sleeping in my room. Only half a day away. What? Maeda-kun, what are you talking about? Maeda-kun, I didn't see you all day yesterday. What? Thankfully, I'm not upset now. They said Maeda-kun may have died and everyone went looking for you. And then all of them went crazy because of their hunger. Wait a minute. I was sleeping for more than a day? You didn't check my room? Of course I did. I knocked on the door first, but there was no answer. Unbelievable. Even if I don't believe it, I've been blown up by a tight time for more than a day. Then I've been still for more than 24 hours. Okay, did our second personality take over and we went and did some mastermind stuff? Gah. Maeda-kun, are you okay? It's nothing. I'm sorry I worried you, but more than that, the investigation, we have to... I'm so hungry that I'm about to go crazy. Besides, I've been lying over a day, so I don't have the strength anymore. Is Tara okay? She can be okay. The same goes for the others. I'm sick of this now. This ballroom, I want to get out. Oh, okay. Where do you want me to go? Maeda-kun, are you okay? You don't look so good. Tara's weird. How can you stay fine? I'm not fine either, but you're barely holding on, so come back to the usual, Maeda-kun. Wake up. I have no more power to answer anymore. Oh. What's up, Proclaw? Oh, good talk. This is some good gameplay right here. Oh, Satsuki's like freaking out. You're gonna starve to death. Just stand still. Go sleep in your bed. Oh, Yuki, see this? A butterfly. There's a butterfly. Yep. Where did you come in? Butterflies here. Butterflies there. Satsuki's flying in her own world. I did nothing wrong. 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 Terio's going bonkers. Damn it, this is... You think I'll die in a place like this? Mikao doesn't seem to be any better. No one here? Where is Ariko? I didn't check the dressing room. Need to go check that. Nope, no one. Sarah Hariko's in the armor? Or in the other hallway in the dorm? Man, it really makes you feel like you're starving to death. Oh, hello. Maeda, I've been looking for you, dude. Suddenly disappearing like that. Huh? But why was I looking for you? I forgot because I'm hungry. Wait, who are you? Is it really Maeda? Maybe you're a fake Maeda transformed into a real one, right? Maybe I'll bait you once and check to make sure. Harui's getting insane. Hey Kinjo, what's up? This arsenal. Here there are many weapons. A human being can turn into a corpse. in a single moment. Many weapons. Do it. It's one moment. If you put up with that one moment, you can escape from here. Gah! Maida, I don't know why you came here during the day, but was it for this? Thinking of useless thoughts? Kinjo, what was I doing just now? Were you trying to kill unconsciously? You ran at full speed to pick up a gun. No way. Did I try to kill you? Yeah. That's so... No. Ugh. I came back a little for my sense after Kinjo's interruption, but soon I began to feel hazy again due to the tremendous hunger and tiredness of my own stomach. I don't intend to tolerate this, but I understand. It would be weird to not go crazy in this situation. I would too. Man, what a goat. What a fucking goat. What? Gwa! I will forgive you with that for now. Originally, you would have certainly been sanctioned. I'll solve this sooner or later. Preferably sooner. Oh, you're just leaving? Okay, so we can pick up the gun. Okay. My mouth is tingly. 2 or 3 teeth seems to have broken. What the fuck? Kinjo, this guy. Why is he so strong? But thanks to him, I came back to my own thoughts now. I don't know what happened to me. Wait, two or 3 of your teeth have broken? What are you talking about? I don't know what happened to me during that time yesterday, but I'm never going to be engulfed by despair anymore. In order to do that, first off, can't we survive I've heard that human beings can survive 3 weeks without eating food, right? So we've still got we haven't even gone through 1 week, I don't think, so. Everyone, sorry to call you here so suddenly. Huh? It's okay. Is it time to eat? I'm hungry, come on. Yes, my dad seems to have been shopping at the supermarket, so we can eat with him. Everyone wake up, you're making stories up. So then, why did you call us? Looks like everyone seems to have a very difficult time because of extreme hunger. If I don't do this somehow as soon as possible. We're all in the same situation here. It's been over a week already. Has it? Everyone is going to reach their limit because of their hunger. Now, I think it would be better to investigate and escape, or to abandon that thought. We need a hard policy in the sense of letting everyone think all together. A hard policy? Like what? It's getting hard to sit down now. I'm hungry! Calm down, let's think about this first. I think this is probably our last chance. If more time passes, we won't even be able to think, and we'll just be waiting to die. Yeah, well said, Maida. Teruya. A policy. I waited for that word to come out. I have a very funny idea. What? 2 people have to sacrifice themselves for everyone. What? Let's draw 2 players by lot. The victim role and the culprit role, and the criminal role kills the victim role and then get executed and dies. Monokuma said that suicide is not allowed, but this isn't a suicide at all, isn't it? Okay, unironically, this is a very good idea. You should... If you have no better option, this is better than everyone starving to death. Even though I would still probably just call Monokuma's bluff. I don't think he would want us to just starve to death here. But maybe I'm wrong. Is it really the act of another person killing another one? Is the act of another person killing another one okay or not? This. I'm not hungry and listening to hallucinations, right? Why did you just say that, Teruya? That we sacrifice 2 people in order to save the rest? This bastard, no matter how hard it is, there are things to be said and things you shouldn't. Oh yeah? Think whatever you want. I have a paper and pen here. With this, write down 1 person you want to vote as a culprit and one you want as a victim. Hey, Teruya. Okay, a vote is very different than a drawing. If we're doing this, I would want a drawing, not a vote. A vote seems crazy. Hariko tried to go towards Teruya in anger, as it was a few days ago. But as he did, he sat down on the chair because he had not eaten anything. What do you guys think? No matter how much you look at it, there's nowhere to get it up. Other than this, right? Teruya, what's wrong with you all of a sudden? All of a sudden, you were not like this before. I wouldn't be like this in normal times, although this is not an ordinary situation at all. Now, take the paper. Teruya. I think Teruya's opinion is fine. Hey, Irinami, not you too. We've all just been fighting here all the time. Our relationship gets worse, and then everyone is gonna die together. I'd rather sacrifice myself so you all can live. What are you talking about? All of us here are going to get out without missing anyone. You're just insane because you all are hungry right now. Think better. I think we have to make a decision now. This way, although it's wrong too, if we really just stay like this, we'll all die. Drop dead. I don't like the thought of that. Akane, but this way. No, no, no. You can't be cannibalized in despair. Everyone. Is this really the only way to do this? Rather than someone committing a murder out of malice, it may be better to make some sacrifices by agreeing this way. However, by the way, how come you got a paper? I thought Monokuma took all of her belongings. Good point. I always carry extra papers and pen in my pockets. When I changed into my party outfit, I put what was in my original clothes. Weird detail? Huh, I see. Then I will write it down now. Write it and pass the pen, because there's only one. Okay, so we can see what the other people voted for. Kind of awkward. Hey, wait. You guys, what the heck are you doing? Saying whatever you want. Is everyone going crazy now? But this way is the best, maybe. Maida, even you. Wake up, guys, you can't do this. Suffering from continued hunger, sharpened nerves, a relationship that was breaking apart because of one desire to end it all. Normal thinking becomes impossible. Maybe Monokuma was aiming for this all along. Just when I tried to get the paper from Teruya without realizing them. What a show. Kinjo. What are you here for? Didn't you say you wouldn't be with us? Look at your own situation now. Are you trying to agree with each other and decide who should die? What a great murder plan. Wrong. All of these guys are just insane because of their hunger. They aren't the type to do such a thing. But there's no other way. Kinjo, please, how can we survive? I didn't want to ask you for anything, but there's no one else to trust except you. Maida has turned weird. Damn it. If you stay, I'll do whatever to follow, so please save us. You can do it. Can you? Did you give up too? There's one thing, a way around it. Of course, a way that does not involve to kill. What? That can't be. How do you propose to solve the situation? Wait, Kinjo, what are you doing? Why a gun? Why? It's just something I found in the arsenal. Who wouldn't know that? Why did you hand us a pistol? This is the only salvation. I'll give every one of you one pistol. We shall use it. Let's all commit suicide together. Okay. Alright, man. Maybe not as based as I thought. With an insane laughter, it wasn't Kinjo at all. Cold sweat, mad eyes. He wasn't in the proper mind right now either. I could see that Kinjo was in a more crazy state than any of us. Oh, what bullshit? Are you crazy? Wrong, you guys are the ones crazy. You're trying to kill someone. It's better to scrape and die than killing people and getting out of here. Then why don't you just do it yourself? Why are you telling us to commit suicide? Even if I'm comfortable by committing this act, there's a 100% chance that all of you will remain to commit a murder. So I'm going to see you all commit suicide and then I'll die. Don't you want to have responsibility to the end? Okay, you could just kill all of us and then kill yourselves, by the way. Monokuma he has made a rule against multiple murder. He has, okay, yeah, so you couldn't do that. This maniac asshole. Maniac. Gwa! You better not think about rebelling. I'm going to make you all commit suicide by force. Do you think you guys, high school students, can beat me in the real world? Kabazing. Don't be ridiculous. You're going to force suicide. That's just murder. This is attempted murder. Even if this is treated as murder, you guys also plan to kill to vote for someone to kill. Am I wrong? Didn't I tell you that a killer is no longer a human? You can't just say kill in order to live. And even if this is a sin, it's okay. Because I'll immediately follow you guys. Don't come near me. This is criminal. Oh, are you going to rebel? Teruya, you were the one who I heard from the outside to choose for a victim. If you had made such an offer, you would have been prepared to die. Why would you be scared of suicide? You just want to be safe at the expense of others. Isn't that right? Ah, save me, I don't want to die! It's not me the one who's going to kill. You are, on your own. So who wants to start? Come on, kill yourself. Kinjo, stop it. This is a very interesting situation. Maida, you tried to find weapons in the arsenal a while ago. You even have the desire to agree with Teruya. In many ways, it's disappointing. Grab that crazy Kinjo. Akane Tara, I don't want to see you even if you are a woman. That's even more than a woman with a history of attempted murder like you. Wow. Why is he fucking like Neo? Go basing. It's a waste of time. Besides, I also have the limit of my hunger. So I want to be comfortable soon. You better quit this useless battle and let us all become comfortable together. With this decision is the only one to save you guys. Save us? Because you forced me to save you. As a result, I was rejected by you and made you think as a criminal. But now only I can save you now. All together now. Let's get out of this terrible reality, freeing ourselves from suffering forever. Kinjo, you're out of your mind now. It's been a few days ago. You seemed odd ever since then. After Uehara's trial, as you question your own mindset. What? Until now, black and white have been clearly separated, with only one heart that wants to protect the people while carrying out your own justice. But you rebuked Uehara for committing murder with the same conviction, and when you heard Uehara's word to you and realized other people think C(8), other people think of yourself. I guess it's how other people think of you? To us, after the murder game began, no, after all the things you've done in your life as a police officer have looked that way in the eyes of others, the more you thought about it, the more you couldn't figure out what to do. You realized all the things you had been doing so far were in vain. Am I wrong? Shut up. It's not like you to use violence against us right now. Even asking everyone to commit suicide is proof that you can't control your own mind. I told you to shut up. You're talking about a subject you know nothing about. Kya, Maida-kun! Huh? Is it the trip? It was for a single moment. Kinjo, who was wrestling to me without being able to control his emotions, stumbled over the ground part of the carpet at a ghostly timing. Now! Is he bleeding on the floor? That looked like blood. Oh, they tied him up. Oh, because we're the ultimate lucky student, so he tripped when he was about to fucking murder us. Ah. Okay, so we do have Nagito luck. What should we do? He's tied up now. Without missing our time, when Kinjo lost his balance and fell, Tara rushed and used the tablecloth to snatch him. Now Kinjo was completely prisoner-like, with no hands or feet and gagged on his mouth. Kinjo, this guy, to think he was really crazy. If we don't do this, he'll kill us all. We can't help it. Rather than kill Kinjo, he was trying to get us to commit suicide. That's it. It's not considered suicide at the point where you force someone to commit it. It's a big deal. By the way, it was hard to do this because I was hungry, but he was moving so violently that was really dangerous just now. Somehow, we have to, Okay, unironically, you should just kill Kinjo and get out of here. Actually, like... It's kind of fucked up, but like... I don't know. Kabazing, don't overdo it. You were hit pretty hard. Sad face. It's not because my wounds hurt, my stomach. I think the gastric juice is refluxing. Because of Kinjo, he consumed more stamina, which was insufficient even if we were sparred from the situation. In order to overcome this, we have to take a policy. But that means that we can only make extreme choices like Teruya or Kinjo. Because of that choice, my physical strength was exhausted, and if we try to escape somehow, it would be hard to get back again. None of us have already been able to come up with a solution. Mikaru to save the day? Hey, what do we do about Kinjo? It's dangerous to leave him first at Kinjo's room. Lock the door and drop him there. How are you gonna lock the door from the outside and drop him there? But if we lock it, how will Kinjo come out with his hands and feet tied up? We won't be able to open it from the outside. Is it really the time to worry about Kinjo? Even our lives and deaths are unclear. So, just like her lifetime here. Teruya, don't sound so useless. I'll have the key to Kinjo's room. Later, if our situation is resolved, I'll give it back. So what should we do from now on? Let's think each one separately, because otherwise you guys are gonna go wild like Kinjo or Teruya again. Why did you only mention me? The paper said that you guys were agreeing too. Shut up already, Teruya. I want to crush your face right now, but I'm holding on to it, because I feel like I'll die on the spot if I use up my stamina anymore. Let's do what Kobashikawa suggests. Just because everyone is thinking head to head here, I don't think we will find a solution like this. Crazy that there still has not been a murder. I really expected one to have happened by now. And just like that, another meaningless day has passed. It was a contradiction, and I couldn't think of a solution that didn't come to my mind, even if we think about it together. Gradually, my stomach was at its limit. It didn't seem strange, even if I died right away. If you let go of my mind a little bit, I would close my eyes and die. I saw myself only to think at this point. It's 7 a.m. Wake up, everyone. Time doesn't mean much, but a regular lifestyle contributes to a healthy body. Move, move. It was morning. I don't know if it's okay or not. There was just an unpleasant feeling, like there's a noise in my head. Already, my body was not like mine. As to prove it, regardless of my will, my body started to move. Somewhere. I'm going somewhere. I have to go. Uh-oh. Let's save. Going to the armory again? Wait, can we move around? Okay, yeah. We want us to go to the armory. Is Tara gonna come stop us and be like, Maida-kun, this isn't you. Snap out of it. Are we gonna find a body? This is the arsenal, inside the tightly closed door, full of inspiration. At such a close place, there are only clues that help overcome this situation. Haha, why didn't I realize there's a way to get out from this suffering so easily? Reason and morality have already been gone out the window. Rather than waiting to die like this, Huh? Uh-oh. The arsenal is locked? No, I don't remember seeing a lock on the door to the arsenal. This door cannot be locked. Then why doesn't it open? What? What's with the fuss, Maida? Teria, hey there, the arsenal door doesn't open. What? Who locked it? It couldn't have been locked. The door to the arsenal doesn't have a lock mechanism. Someone blocked it with something from the inside. Help me open this. Okay. What's that sound? I think something broke inside? The thing that was blocking the door inside seems to be broken. Will it open now? Okay, who's dead? Okay, you're not dead. So it's either Satsuki or Haruika. Could be Mikaru because we didn't see her yesterday. That would be pretty surprising though. Will it open now? Yeah, I think so. What? Wow, what's this? A flashbang? At that moment of opening the door, my view was filled with a huge noise. I couldn't see anything and I couldn't hear anything. Was it a flashbang grenade that's common in FPS games? I felt like I was hit by that. It became impossible to know the top or bottom, left and right, and it becomes impossible to tell whether you're standing or falling. Okay, Terry, like someone, we're gonna wonder how this close room was. Actually, I'll say it later because this noise is really annoying. Okay, Terry, we're gonna say like, wait, how did the person lock this door and leave while locking the door from the inside? But the solution is that they were already inside, and the flash grenade let them like escape, and they're gonna come back and do something. As time passed and my eyesight and hearing gradually recovered, the figure of Teruya and myself began to be engraved on the eyeballs by something coming from the floor. Cough, cough. What? It's smoky. My eyes are still weird. The tears don't stop. Damn it. Who's doing this prank? Hey, Teruya, there's something inside. I still couldn't walk properly because my head was ringing. I walked into the arsenal as if I was hooked by something. Because there was a familiar smell that I have sensed a lot in the past few weeks in the thick scent of the smoke. Yeah, there's no doubt. This is blood. Okay. Mikaru, Haruika, or Satsuki? Who is it? As soon as I smelled it, my mind froze. I couldn't accept reality. Waiting in the arsenal, a cruel reality, was engraved into my eyes. Haruika? Unlucky. Damn. I thought he would live till the end. Stabbed in the stomach? Or stabbed like in the chest. And he's bleeding from his mouth as well. With no vitality left in their life, I opened my eyes to his empty, dead eyes. The cruel reality of the death of Haruiko Kawashikawa, the ultimate pilot. Alright. Is he holding something? Or his fingers cut off? What the hell? Haruiko died and another terrifying murder took place. Okay, the BDA hasn't played? The others came running soon due to the noise of the flashbang and the thick smoke. And then the body discovery announcement came out. Okay, I don't think the BDA is going to be relevant for this case. After these shocking things happened in an instant, we were eating like crazy. I ate food so vehemently as if trying to relieve my resentment. After Haruhiko's body being discovered, Monokuma immediately provided us with food. There was so many we could eat as much as we wanted to eat. Since the murder has occurred, we have to investigate and, of course, have a class trial. But before all of this was eating. After eating as much as possible to recover stamina, we must do our best to find the culprit who killed Haruhiko. Find a culprit who couldn't stand hunger and killed a friend. We continued to eat. As Haruhiko left us, there was only 7 people left in his place. Now we are with Kinjo and Mikaro here, while filling our stomachs. Everyone didn't say anything, as if it was because of the shock or because they had food in front of them that they hadn't seen for days, except for one, Irinami. Sniff, sniff, nom. Haru, why you? Hey, why are you being noisy? Eat or cry. Just do one at a time. I'm sorry, but I'm sad. What can I do? Aww. It was Satsuki, who is the most close-like family to Haruhiko. So she must be the most saddened by the loss of him. Satsuki, who tried to stay as bright as possible in any situation, couldn't stand crying. Guys, listen while eating. I have a confession to make before we investigate. Actually, I was swayed a few times that I would do the killing myself a few days ago. I went in and out of the arsenal countless times. I don't have the face to show. I'm really sorry. It wasn't Maeda-kun's fault. Anyone would have been swayed by it. Actually, I hesitated again and again. Yeah, it would be weird not to go crazy. I've been just picking people to die. I've been crazy, very mad, and even though I was crazy, I deserve to die 1,000 of times more than Haruhiko. Wakabazing! It's not anyone's fault. The bad one is Monokuma, trying to make a murder take place. We have no choice but to go on trial again. I'm satisfied. I've eaten now, so I'll begin investigating. So based. I'll ask you to investigate as well, because you're not out of the crisis from dying, because you can't fail in the trial, can you? Wait a minute, Kinjo. What do you want? Why are you so calmly asking for cooperation, and don't you have anything to say? Weren't you the one who forced people to commit suicide because you were completely out of your mind? He said, will he say he doesn't regret anything? You're not going to say you don't remember, do you? After making a turmoil and being crazy. Didn't I tell you this? I won't treat you like criminals only in the case of a class trial. Because I want to cooperate as much as possible. And I was crazy? I don't seem to remember that. Are you trying to fake it? We almost died because of you. Don't be mistaken. It's just that I don't have any crazy memories. I'm not soft enough yet to blow my mind only because I was hungry. Huh, Kinjo, wait a second. To say you're not crazy. Insane. Did you mean that? What about it? Then in your mind, after thinking, you really tried to kill us? In that situation, there was only one way to solve it without murder. Okay, that's really stupid, but I like you, so I'll let it slide. That's crazy. You were hungry and sleeping, and he was always crazy. Why am I the one being suspected? I just acted to save you guys who didn't want to become preliminary criminals. What do you mean save? That is not eternal rest. What is this? A cult of religion? You want a word of apology from me? For me to say an apology means admitting that I did something wrong and express my apology. I did nothing wrong here. If you're looking for apologies, you guys should be the ones to do it. You tied me up and confined me. Right now, we're going back and forth on a trial now. But at least I know how to take responsibility for my actions. You damned. Teruya, stop it. Kinjo, just as I thought, you're being very strange now. You simply hate crime, but it's not just that. The moon is completely changed from before. I wonder if he found... Oh, is it a Nagito thing? Because did he find the thing that Monokuma said was hidden? And it like gave him back his memories? And now he knows that we're all remnants of despair. And that's why he wants to kill all of us. Is that... maybe that's it? Ah, Kinjo himself doesn't know what's best for anyone because of that. Because of that, you're being weird, isn't it? I told you to shut up, Maeda. Whatever. Whatever both sides says, it remains on the verge of a class trial anyway. Focus on the investigation, not on this bullshit. Yeah, I think you found out we're remnants. Kinjo gets mad like that. It's really strange, as Maeda-kun said. That guy, what happened? Why is he acting like that? Just a few things. Well, maybe it's for the best. As he said, the fact that we're on the verge of a class trial remains the same. Don't think just because we're free from here, it's all over. Damn it, why does it have to be like this? Maida, I understand you have mixed feelings. Okay, this is going to be an interesting trial, because realistically, it can only be 2 people. It's either Otori or Satsuki, right? I have a really hard time imagining it's anyone else. The only other person it could maybe be is Mikaru. Maybe it's Mikaru. But outside of those 3, it's impossible. Maida, I understand you have mixed feelings. You guys are right. But for now, let's focus on the investigation. Satsuki, you too. For Haru's sake. For Haru's sake, okay? Yeah, okay, sniff. Prior to the investigation, we changed from our party outfits to our casual clothes that we no longer needed to wear. As a result, yeah, I wonder if that's going to be relevant, the fact that they were wearing different clothing. Not sure how exactly, but I was able to recover my student handbook and made it easier to move. Although Haruko's death was the cause of our escape, it would be in vain if the truth was not revealed at the subsequent class trial. It's the same story all over again. Kinjo, there were many problems ahead, but as my friend said, let's focus on the problem in front of us. The class trial is not to be taken lightly at all, and not to face it with thoughts that would disrupt our reasoning. Alright, let's investigate. Very interesting. What is this blood? Did they have like a fight? Well, I'll have to investigate from here on out as well. It was the arsenal where the body was found. It was a lot better than before, when the smoke was still in full view at the time the door was opened. Haruko, always trying to stay bright and keep us from dying. I have a different mind when my heart thinks about my friends. Even at this time, when I was at the ballroom, everyone was going crazy and our reasoning was erasing from our minds. Even though I was on the verge to kill. Why did you end up like this? I'll reveal them. Because of his death, we are alive. I'll never make your death in vain. I'll survive for Haruko's sake. Monokuma file, please. Oh, banger? Banger alert? Oh, Maida-kun, welcome back. Monokuma, why are you here? Geesh. Why are you treating me so harshly? I served you a meal as promised, didn't I? Did you eat your food? I don't have time for your nonsense jokes with you. Disappear. Why are you so angry, I wonder? Anyway, I've forgotten something, so I came to deliver it to you. It's the Monokuma file 4. Oh, right. Weak reaction, Maida-kun. You baka mulberry? He actually said baka. Monokuma file 4, it's already the 4th file. No, let's stop thinking like that. Technically, it's a 5th file. It's just called Monokuma 4. Because the other ones were 3-1 and 3-2. My only option is to think about the case. This is the Monokuma file left behind by Monokuma. It doesn't seem like much help, but I'll have to read it first. The victim is Haruko Kobashikawa. Oh, he does have his fingers cut off. The estimated time of death is about 6 AM. Okay. The body was found in the arsenal. The cause of death was excessive bleeding due to a gunshot wound to the right chest. In addition, the index finger and middle finger of his right hand were ruptured and broken. Middle finger? Okay. Gunshot wound. From the first time I saw the arsenal at the ballroom, I guessed it vaguely. But from this fact, the intake seems to be a gun. Why are we using the word intake so much? The time of death here is about 6 AM. The time was lost when I spent it in the ballroom, but when I went to the dormitory to change my clothes a little earlier, I checked the current time was around 9 AM. That means Ariko's death was less than 3 hours. I got up after listening to the announcement at 7 AM this morning. So the incident really happened quite early this time. This time, the time of death is properly written, and I guess the cause of death too. There was a trap in the Monokuma file for the previous case. Yeah, I remember. There was a confusion of the time because they didn't write down whether it was AM or PM. Unfortunately, there seems to be no doubt about this Monokuma file. But that's it, this Monokuma file is just that, no special clues to be found in it. No, at least we can know the estimated time of death. Let's take a note of it. Okay. This is the flashbang. And do I have any guesses before we start investigating? I mean, like I said, it's either Satsuki, Otori, or Mikaru. Mikaru less likely than the other two. I mean, I feel like I've suspected Satsuki in every murder, but Satsuki is probably the most suspicious so far. But I literally haven't investigated anything. Let's just look. There's a lot of stuff here. Ah, the smell. This is the source of the smoke. It was a military smoke screen that was often used for strategic purposes in modern warfare, as it was on the ground and still spreading a little bit of smoke from it. Also, close to the smoke bomb, there was a flash grenade that had been used and became an empty steel barrel. Okay, so there was a smoke bomb and a flash grenade. Flashbang and smoke grenade. These were also... When Tori and I opened the door at first... What's the point of the smoke grenade? When Tori and I opened the door at first to the arsenal this morning, in an instant a tremendous light and sound came upon me. At the same time, the smoke screen spread like mist. Yeah, the only thing I can think of is that this was used to let someone from the inside escape outside. Looking at it this far, no matter what I think, those grenades can be affirmed as the cause of this situation. The question is who would do this and what happened while we were confused? Was it also the culprit? In the most realistic case, when we opened the arsenal, the killer was already inside the arsenal. Even if it was estimated from the time of death of Hariko, the timing was right, and in an absolute soundproofed arsenal, no matter how loud it would have been impossible to be noticed. There's only one entrance to the arsenal. In order to escape, they would have no way but to meet us outside. Okay, he's saying what I was saying. It was a smoke screen and flashbang used to avoid that encounter. However, when I recall the situation in the morning, it would be difficult to say that a person would artificially come out at the same time we opened the door. Oh, no, wait. This is... A thick wooden plank was stuck in the inner handle of the arsenal door. Where did they get a thick wooden plank to put here? And now it was in a state of being beveled towards the opening of the door. Something that I heard right before opening the door with Teruya this morning. It looks like it was this wooden board. The overall development that can be inferred so far is the thick plank was clasped in the door of the arsenal, and the flash and smoke grenades were both placed on the plank. If that happens when you forcefully open the door from the outside, the board gets crushed and the placed grenade falls to the floor. That shock triggered the grenades. But something feels weird. In the end, if it was meant to be used by the killer to get out of the arsenal through enormous light and sound, was it necessary to use this cumbersome method? I can't even guess what the killer's goal was. Okay, that's a lot. Okay, now Otori's suspicious, because it doesn't seem like it's what I said now. If this was set up in a trap sort of way where it could be activated remotely, then it seems like Otori's suspicious, because he would do that to make it seem like there was someone outside, and he would be waiting right next to the armory for someone to try to go in, and then he saw us, so he went up to us and was like, "Hey, Maida, what are you doing?" Very convenient that he saw us right at that time. And then when we opened the door, yeah, the flashbang thing happened, and that makes it look like there was someone inside, but it was him. That's what I'm thinking now. Oh, not that. Not that either. Help. Okay. I feel like it would not be that easy to get a flash bang and a smoke grenade to go off when they fall from a wooden plank, but if you say so, then it's fine. Also, it's funny that the mist is still here in the student handbook. The plank is broken. You're stuck in the door now. Yeah, Okay, seems very simple so far. Okay. What do you have to say? Oh, Maida-kun. Tara, what are you doing without investigating? I'm sorry, the body is so terrible. I understand it's hard, but we can't help it. We'll have to do it. We have to do our own investigation as far as we can. I know, it's been about a week since Uehara-kun's case. I'll do my best. What do you have to say for yourself? Ugh. Teruya, are you okay? Your complexion looks bad. No big deal, don't mind me. Okay, good talk. Huh? Suddenly, while investigating the corner of the wall, I saw something out of place. This gun, why is it so far away in a corner of the room? I picked it up from the floor and checked it. I felt the heavy, peculiar feeling of how real it was, but I couldn't find anything particularly strange. It's just a gun that doesn't change much like the other guns that are on display, which is just a little far away. Maida, what are you doing? What is it, Teruya? You should take your hands off that gun right now. Wait, this must be some misunderstanding. I was just trying to investigate over here. That gun, it will blow up. Eh? Blow up? What are you talking about? What are you doing? Now you've decided to kill. It's the same for me to tell you this, but it would be a big deal if I were in your shoes right now, so never touch that gun. That's not it. I was just trying to investigate. This is a misunderstanding. Why would I try to kill you? Eh? You weren't trying to shoot me? That's right. So what do you mean by this blowing up? Forget it. It's nothing. What are you talking about? What? Did he put a trap on the gun so it will blow up when you tried to use it? Teruya's sudden behavior is strange, but according to his words, this could be dangerous, so I put the pistol in its original position and decided to leave it alone. However, Teruya's strange remark feels like something is odd. I'll take note of it. What? Okay, now I don't think you're the killer anymore. Now I really don't think you're the killer. It's just the killer disposed of it while messing with the gun. There's no blood on it or anything? I'm guessing he did something to the gun, like trap it. It's weird. Okay. Huh. There's a bunch of guns all over the floor. Oh, I can't investigate this one. Okay, whatever. What is this? I can't investigate this. Is this a gun also? Okay. Mikari, I want to ask you something. It's noisy. Since when did you get along with me talking so freely? Get lost. Even so, I thought we could cooperate a little by passing the same point of death, but it seems to have gotten worse. In this case, it might be better to cooperate with Kinjo as much as possible with this limited time. What's up, buddy? Kinjo. Maida. In the end, I can't hide the awkward mood. Kinjo told me to focus only on the investigation, but I was still worried about it. Yes, do you have anything to ask about the case? Well, I mean, Haruko's body, he wasn't killed instantly, right? Indeed, in fact, there's a hole in the chest and even in the monokuma file. It is said to be an excessive bleeding death due to a gunshot wound. Until now, thanks to the layout of the scroll, there were murders with items that would be common in everyday life. To think there would be a person who has shot to death. It's fine, you guys might not be familiar, but I have my fair share of experience with gunshots. If there's something you don't know, it's fine to ask. Is it because the incident happened? Even though there was a conflict less than 24 hours ago, Kinjo wasn't much different from the way he usually treats me. He's gonna become the Joker after this class trial. I can see it. Well, maybe it's the gun and the chest wound. Would it be better to see this as an immediate death? Immediate death? No, I don't think Haruko was close to immediate death. Huh? Why is that? Even if it was on the chest, it's not the heart. Yeah, it was on the right side of his chest, so it didn't hit his heart. It's not the heart, it's the right chest. The bullet passed through the body. Since it wasn't stuck, it would have been possible to move for a short amount of time, rather than die immediately. Why was he walking all around the room while he was bleeding to death? Was he locked inside? Is that why there were a bunch of guns on the floor? Maybe he was like trying to... Oh, okay, theory. Kinjo was shot, and then for some reason he couldn't leave the room, so he was bleeding to death here, and he was trying to pick up some guns to like shoot the door or shoot the culprit or something, but the guns were trapped by Otori, and that's how his fingers got broken. Maybe, I don't know. It wasn't stuck. It means it penetrated the body? Oh, okay. Wouldn't it be more dangerous then? There are surprisingly many people who think that way, but in reality, it's better for a bullet to pass through the body than being stuck in it. Good to know. There are 3 types of layer damage to a body. One is bleeding, and another is burning. The last one is the impact of a bullet's kinetic energy. If you look at it one by one, it is difficult to inflict great damage due to the small surface area. In case of burns, and it is rare that from excessive bleeding you die immediately. But the story of a shock caused by the kinetic energy is different. Maida, if you get hit with a fist or a bat, it will be difficult to move due to the impact, right? That's, well, if you're an ordinary person who doesn't have even special training, that would be even worse. Similarly, when a bullet gets stuck inside the body, all the kinetic energy turns into shock energy, creating an instantaneous large space in the body. The fact that this space has been created means that the body has been greatly shocked. The shock will cause negligible damage and damage to the surrounding organs as well. I'm just gonna take your word for it. I don't know if this is true, but sure. Really? I'm not sure what you mean exactly, but anyways, that means penetration is a better alternative than getting stuck, right? Interesting phrasing. That's what I mean. In fact, in some foreign countries, there are bullets that split the front part of the bullet and cause fragments that get stuck into the body. Like shrapnel, you mean? It's terrible. The bullet did this. It was a fatal injury to be hit by this bullet, whether it was stuck or it was pierced in the body. Especially in the case of Haruhiko, as Maida said, the chest was hit, so even if it was pierced, there's a high possibility that a hole in his lungs was pierced through. As I said before, it's only less shocking, and he must have died shortly after having difficulty breathing and bleeding. It's hard. Guns should only be cheap for the wicked, unless it's in an extreme game. This is an extreme situation. That doesn't really seem like a need to be talked about. Anyway, I'll move to another place, since the arsenal has been roughly investigated. Make sure to investigate carefully. If you find something, let me know, Maida. Kinjo, there was an incident yesterday and he seemed a lot more... he seemed very unstable recently. But it seems everything is okay because of the current one. Was it only me that had a hard time to deal with it? Seriously, Kinjo is a completely different person from the first time we met. The time he was hostile to us and the time of the investigation. For now, let's check what Kinjo told me. I didn't really understand it all, but in summary, it's better to be pierced from the bullet and having it stuck, than having it stuck. And Haruhiko's case was the latter. No, it was the former, right? Was it like this? We're saying the bullet passed through his body. I'm pretty sure that's what we were saying there. Yeah, the bullet went through the body, so the impact was small, and they may have been able to move even a little. However, so they probably died not long after the chest was blown. Okay, how long is not long? Are we talking like 15 seconds, or are we talking like 15 minutes? Like, there's a wide range here. This is a pistol. It's located in the immediate vicinity of Haruhiko. Then this pistol could be the weapon that killed Haruhiko. Or so I thought, but soon I realized it was wrong. The guns are all scattered on the floor. There was only one gun that fell on the floor. Perhaps it was a criminal's actions. Most of the gun fell to the floor and were mixed randomly. From this point on, I don't know which gun was the one that directly killed Haruhiko. It would be difficult to conclude that this is the gun used for the killing just because it was the closest one. It seems that the gun were all scattered in order to prevent the real one to be found. Okay, but that's the one in the corner, obviously, right? Okay. I'm just thinking. Couldn't you check the bullets inside the the casing to see if one of them has a bullet missing or something? It's possible that the culprit deliberately destroyed the gun. I couldn't see it properly because of the smoke, but when I suddenly stopped to look at it, I could find that there was an unnatural blood stain on the floor. Blood traces danced throughout the arsenal as if Haruko wandered around the arsenal after being shot. That's exactly what it looks like. As if he was the one scattering the guns around. What is this unnatural blood stain? It's only obvious that it's Haru's blood, but rather than trying to run away after being shot, just by looking at the blood spots, it seems as if he was trying to move in the arsenal. All over the place. Simply put, it was so bizarre. Or maybe this is just his finger blood that's on the floor, maybe. I don't think it would be that much though. Is it reasonable to assume that this degree of descriptive blood was made by the killer, dragging Haruko unconscious? I don't think so. Well, for now, I can only think of it as a possibility, but there must be some reason for the blood to be left in this way. Unnatural blood stains. There's not a lot of true bullets here. We've only got like what? We've only got 3 remaining. We've almost oh no. 5. We've got 5 true bullets remaining. This jet was a little strange. It was wandering through the arsenal. Blood was smeared everywhere like a pat. I think he was looking for something. It's Haruko's body. It's no different from her friends who have died so far. It's cold, empty eyes. We're alive today because you're dead. Don't you think it's absurd? There was no way that Haruko, who had passed away in such a devastating manner, would answer me. But the clash trial still remains. If we can't find the culprit who killed you, we will all die. By all means, I'll find the one who killed you, Haruko. I won't make your death be in vain. After expressing minimal condolences to Haruko as if making a prayer, I began to investigate his body. First, a fatal wound that can be considered as the direct cause of death must be a gunshot wound to the chest. In the case of friends who have died so far, if they used a hammer, a knife, or a plaster weapon, that makes the murder weapon bloody. In the case of Haruko, because Monokuma had prepared an arsenal, he was shot because the treasure provided an inspiration to kill him. What are you talking about? However, I don't really know how to deal with this, as ordinary students like me don't have the slightest idea of how one feels as being shot. The murder weapon is a gun. Even if it was a gun, what kind of gun was it? And in addition to the gun wound in the chest, there's something suspicious. Haruko's right hand, the leg. His right hand was devastatingly destroyed, so much that I couldn't see it with my eyes open. It was literally destroyed. The index and middle finger were completely amputated, and the remaining fingers were torn to pieces in the skin. I'm sure Haruko got his wound from being shot to the chest, but what in the world happened to the wound on his right hand? No matter how much I think about it, I don't think my hand would look like this if I was shot by a bullet. Rather than a gun, it's like he got caught in a dynamite-like explosion. Okay, so my theory about a booby-trapped gun that he tried to shoot still holds up. I think it's a little seared when I look at it closely. I wonder what kind of gun was it that shot Haruko. And it is urgent we find out the identity of the object that caused the wound on the right hand. The only thing is, though, if it is the gun in the corner, there would be blood on it, right? Because his fucking hand blew up, there would be blood all over it. I guess it could have been cleaned off, but there were no more noticeable clues, and I couldn't see any more of my friends terrible body, so I decided to stop and get up. Gunshot chest wounds. Rupture right hand. Wait, was this entire murder done remotely? Was this all just a trap that the culprit set up and Haruko fell into? Did he lock the door himself? Oh, I didn't mean to leave. I guess I investigated everything now. There's blood powder in this area too. What? I was trying to check the condition of the guns in the display. There was blood on the display, but when I looked up close, I witnessed an even more grotesque sight. Oh, those are his fingers, I guess? Yeah. Fingers? It was human fingers, no matter how you look at it. And of course, the owner of these fingers was Haru. I know Haruko's body had a ruptured hand in addition to the gunshot wound in the chest. Among them, his index finger and middle finger fell off from it. His fingers lie here as proof. But why are his fingers here? At first glance, it was far away from Haruko's body. From the shape of the blood, it seems like he began to walk after his fingers got caught. No, it's the opposite. It's likely that this was rather his body moved. What? Just by taking a glance from the floor. I should consider the possibility that the killer moved the body for some reason. Is that really what we're saying? There's not a lot to work with here. Tatsuki, why are you standing still doing... What? Yuki, what am I supposed to do? Is it because it's Haru? It seems too horrible, but now we have no choice but to investigate, even if it sounds cheap, in order to survive. To survive, is it Satsuki? No, yeah, the investigation. I have to, yeah. She was so quiet that it wasn't like Satsuki at all, and the girl that went rampant like always. It seems that Haruko's death hurt more on her than any of us. Kuroko, you were here. What about the arsenal investigation? I did it, roughly. You aren't supposed to do it roughly. Naida, I want you to listen to me. Huh? There's a problem with the alibis. During dawn, I kept monitoring the hallway. Which hallway? You were, Kuroko? Nodding. Are you okay? I didn't really know, but you could have died because of hunger. It's okay. I'm used to it. You're used to it? Anyways, okay, weird. About the alibis. My room is right next to the arsenal. Unfortunately, because of the soundproof, I couldn't hear anything inside the arsenal. Only the sound of the arsenal door opening and closing could be heard. Very convenient. Huh, that means you saw it? You saw who went into the arsenal? I heard the sounds. I couldn't see them from this room, but I could see the moment when they were passing by the door of my room. Isn't that right next to the arsenal anyway? If I had passed in front of Kurokawa's room and headed to the arsenal, no. This is the hallway on the left side in front of the arsenal. Due to the structure of the ballroom, if you turn to the other side and enter the arsenal, you can move without seeing the eyes of Kurokawa. Yeah, but you wouldn't know that she's doing that. That's right, but at least I've seen a few people that entered the arsenal. Really? Who were they? One is Haruko. And the other? Otori? The rest, I'll tell you in the trial. Fuck you! Suddenly, I thought about investigating. A few people. Okay, I don't think Otori is the killer. Is it Mikaru? Still a weird girl as usual, but thanks to Kurokawa, this case could be solved fairly easily. Apart from that, I'm worried about Kurokawa's health. She usually looks weak and nervous, but this time she couldn't even sleep or eat at all. I hope she's okay. Kako's testimony. interesting. It would be good to know whose room is which. Can I know that? I don't know whose room is which, because like, if someone's room is here on this side, like us, they could easily enter here without Kurokawa seeing them. Really, anyone, if they knew Kurokawa was watching, could like loop around and enter from the other side, but I don't know how you would know that. I guess whoever's in this room also wouldn't be able to do that. She would see it when they leave. Kinjo, what are you doing in front of the door? Maida, you're here. There was something I was going to check right now, but if it's okay, why don't we check together this? Why don't we check this out together? What are we looking for? We're looking at it. It's open. Wasn't this room? Indeed, it was from Haruhiko Kobashikawa's corpse. I borrowed the key from it for a while. Because this is an incident in a closed space with limited movement, it's better to search everywhere as possible. I decided to follow Kinjo and investigate Haru's room. It's a room that's no different from my room, shockingly enough. Maida, look at this. There's something of interest here. Eh, some kind of paper. To Haruhiko, I have something to say. If you read this, why don't you come to the arsenal? I'm not going to kill you. I hope you believe me. I'll be waiting. Okay, so obviously Otori did this because he's the only one who has paper. We already know this. This is... Oh, the letter was written by the killer? It's the same method as when Maki was killed. Besides, this letter wasn't torn like last time. It's proof that the culprit couldn't even mess with it. However, this seems a little more than what it takes. What it takes? I'll ask you, Maida, after reading this, would you go to the arsenal? Huh? I mean, by the time this letter was sent, they would kill me, just after we hit each other and fought. What? In that situation, if I received a letter like this from you, there was also the way Mitsuhiro Iga used putting a letter down the door. Down the door? How can you even know that? Can't you tell by a glance? There's no reason to meet face to face and give a letter. And there's no other way to send a letter in a locked room like this. It's definitely the first time anyone thinks of calling themselves out for a murder. But why did the Haruhiko go directly to the arsenal? Well, but couldn't it have been that they didn't know because it was impossible to think normally? I mean, just before we went crazy, no, we were already crazy. If you look at the source of that madness, it's due to being starved and dying, because we couldn't eat food and the fear that someone might kill you. In other words, it's because of the self-defense fear of death. I don't want to die. So you'd rather judge things related to death more rationally than usual in extreme situations. Still, the question remains, why did Haruhiko go through death's door by all means? Is it because they believed it? What? Haruhiko probably believed. He believed that there was no one in the group that could commit a murder. He believed until the very end. We were all on the verge of releasing the strings of reason, but it was different for Haruhiko. He was the same. He was insane, but he still opposed the idea of murder to the end. Kinjo, you did that too, right? He didn't want to ask you, but we've all gotten weird. He pled to you to do something. Because Haruhiko was like that. Even if they were insane, he would have trusted a friend and go straight to the arsenal. He was really stupid. Such stupidity, yeah, that's not worth of the word trust. It's like jumping into debt without being able to judge the situation. What's with that face? Were you hoping to get closer to me? Did you want me to be impressed by saying this was your way of showing your trust to others? Well, look at the result. He died because of that stupidity. That's the reason I'm far away from people like this. Kinjo. Enough, we're investigating now. We can't get excited over personal feelings. Well, whether Haruhiko acted that way because of a mischief is withheld, but this letter is an important clue in the end. Just finding this gives a great achievement. There seems to be nothing else special in the room other than this. I'll leave and check another place then. Let's see each other at the class trial. I thought he was okay, but Kinjo is after all having a doubt on his own mind. If this class trial ends safely and we all survive, we'll have to seriously talk about Kinjo's state. Okay, that was very long, but okay. Only 1 tree blood left. Mariko's body. I mean, yeah, obviously Otori did that, right? No one else had paper. We explicitly said that. Unless someone was lying about not having paper. Oh. Okay, what's over here? Nothing, really? Wait, wasn't there a button to like? Oh yeah, I forgot. There's a button to see everything you can investigate. Maybe I missed something in the armory. Oh, Kirk's here. Okay. What is this? At first, there was no distinction from the tin blood on the floor, but when I looked closely, I felt something. It was like the remnant of something other than blood was stuck on the floor. A gun? Is it really? Yeah, the gun exploded, and that's what fucking blew up his hand. Okay, that's obvious. It was so disastrously destroyed that there was almost no form left, but I almost thought of a gun form of parts. Okay, it wasn't just because of the destruction, but a large amount of blood with each piece of it. Because of the lighting on the floor, it was difficult to see it clearly. Okay, are we now gonna bring up that the gun exploded here and his fingers were found here? That seems not correct, but maybe that just won't be brought up. How can it be destroyed this way though? It's like seeing a bloody octopus. No, that doesn't make sense. Yeah, it doesn't make sense. While observing the remains of the destroyed gun, I suddenly found something noticeable. This gun, it's loaded with bullets. In my mind, I checked around the other guns, but all the magazines were empty. For this to be the only one destroyed, a small number of bullets were loaded. The arsenal is basically unloaded, and the bullets, who are loaded separately, are stuck on the magazine. Because of these conditions, and the fact that the only one loaded with bullets is this gun means there's a possibility that this is the murder weapon. I got something crazy cooked up, but I'll wait a bit. This sounds like a pretty important clue. Let's be careful to remember this. Destroyed gun. Ah, that's it. There's really not a lot of evidence here. Hello, can everyone hear me? It's already time. Anyways, it happened only inside the ballroom. So there's not much to investigate, right? Now then, everyone. Please gather in front of the entrance to the courtroom. So it's already the end of the investigation. No matter how much I do this, it's too short. Damn, I don't think I've recovered my sensitivity yet on my body. But it can't be helped. I did my best to investigate as much as I could. All that remains is what we have investigated so far. And we have no choice but to guess the killer with everyone else. That is not a lot of people. Okay. You're 100% not the killer. You're 100% not the killer. You're 100% not the killer. You're 95% not the killer. It's one of you. And you seem way too suspicious, so it's probably you. Everyone's here. That's just from meta knowledge. Like I'm not basing this on any evidence. It just seems like it has to be Satsuki, right? Yes, or Mikaru. Could be Mikaru still. Oh, Maida's here? Then let's start the trial. Only the tension is flowing, the mood terribly awkward. While in the ballroom, the world of a lawless land was so colorless and hard. Above all, the number of people was too small. 7 people, including me. Besides, one of us is the culprit who killed Haruiko, even if this trial is safely handed over. The criminal will be executed and only 6 people will remain. 6. It was a number that didn't feel real. When has our head count been reduced to this extent? 7, by the way, you didn't count yourself. Looks like everyone is scattered. Well, it's easier to manage people since the numbers have been reduced, but isn't everyone's tensions too low? Events that are washed out like clash trials are more lively, you know? It's no fun because there's no reaction at all, jeez. Now then, it's already the 4th time, right? This is the start of a fun clash trial, so get on the elevator. Whatever the case, I have to go beyond this class trial. The later issues are for later. The later issues are for later, so true. Everyone has their faces as if they were determined to do something, even in an awkward mood. Different thoughts intersect each other, and we run into a hell called the class trial once again. Okay, I got something crazy cooked up, but I'll wait for the true bullet screen. We finally escaped from the ballroom due to the death of Kobashi Kawa-kun and escaped the risk of being hungry to death. I'm not happy at all. We could only survive by someone's sacrifice. Is the same for the class trials. At the expense of one criminal, it's a system where everyone lives. I'm so sad that I have to do this again. Go Beijing. Wow, 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 what do you want? Don't worry about me. I'm not crying. Let's move. This case. No, you don't have to think so complicated. Okay, I think my crackpot theory might be right. Hang on. Then I'll open the door, let's go. At first, I thought that this elevator was so narrow that it felt full, but now it's so wide. I looked at the 6 other than me. In heavy silence, one by one. Kinjo is now in complete trial mode activated, fully locked in. In this state, Kinjo does a 180-degree change. He only uses his head to break through the events before his eyes. But is it because of our mood that it looks like there's an anxious expression somewhere? Uranami, who has now lost her bright appearance at any time. She was still unable to escape from her shock of losing Hard. She wasn't the same. She wasn't the same Satsuki anymore, and her shaggy appearance made even the beholder's heart ache. The beholder's heart ache is a very poetic phrasing. Kurokari was always the same. She just stayed consistent with silence, and I couldn't even tell what she was thinking. Tara looked very tired. She doesn't want to lose any more friends, and she doesn't want to go through class trials anymore. That kind of heart seemed to linger on her face. Teruya was restless. After the incident, I may feel that Teruya's behavior is strange, but if you think about it, Teruya was like this at every trial, so it's not unusual. Yeah, sure. Mikuru wasn't saying that she'd watch us shovel as usual, but she was thinking of something unfamiliar to Mikuru. Like something unexpected even for her. Is there anything that will get us stuck in this case? Different thoughts and different beliefs cross between each other. At the point where there are only 7 people left, we're thinking differently, but we have to overcome this. A hell-like 4th class trial. The elevator stops as if we had made an appointment. We step at the same time without a special signal towards a very familiar courtroom. Oh, piss color. You're here, I was waiting. How are you guys? It's been a long time, hasn't it? You met with us right after the murder happened a while ago, though. Nah, I mean meeting me as the judge. Well, it's been more than a week since the last trial. Instead of that, this presiding judge is more stylish than usual. Don't be useless and start the damn thing already. Shocked. Well, I'm always neglected, but this time it's getting more turns. Don't you think so, Maida-kun? I don't care. Start as Mikori said already. Even Maida-kun is rude to me. This could be a sign to represent your heartache. Hoo-hoo. Then I'll start as you want. Now, shall we start right away? To uncover the truth of the prolonged stay in the ballroom incident for more than a week, we have the all-exciting, heart-pounding class trial. The only thing that's the same as usual is Monokuma. Each one of us were in serious mode, unlike usual. The tension in this trial, the feeling of losing a dear friend to us. The reason we're different, but in the end, we came here for the class trials. Now, all that remains is to find the culprit by confronting all the clues, testimonies, and test our wits that we have. Haruiko, our relationships with him was finally bonding us together in the middle. He was like a licorice in the drugstore. What are you talking about? With Satsuki, he always showed his bright side, and at the same time, his love for his friend was twice as deep as anyone else's. As a result, thanks to his death, we were able to eat and survive, but Haruiko couldn't eat anymore. was an unavoidable choice to live, but as a result, there's a culprit that killed Haruko. If we don't find them, we will all die in the end. The atmosphere of the court is filled with sound. A trial finally begins. A life-threatening discussion, a life-threatening lie, a life-threatening betrayal, I can't say threatening, a life-threatening conclusion, a life-threatening defense, a life-threatening trust, Jesus, a life-threatening class trial. Okay. Okay, we're here. Let me save. Okay, once again, I'm not starting the class trial in this video. So if you don't care about this, you can stop watching here. Okay. I need to cook for this. So what I've been thinking is I think maybe Haruko killed himself. Or maybe he didn't kill himself, but he like got someone to kill him without realizing. Because like, just looking at the characters, it's obviously not Kinjo, it's obviously not Kurokawa, it's obviously not Taira. Those are all up. Mikaru, it doesn't seem like it's Mikaru at all, just from the way she's acting and the role she's played in the story. So that leaves Satsuki and Otori. Otori seems to be acting super suspicious, and he has this testimony that doesn't seem like it would be a thing if she was a killer. So that only leaves Satsuki, and it could be her. That's if it isn't what I'm saying, then it's probably Satsuki. But like, her sadness feels genuine, so I don't know. But like, I feel like most of this is pretty obvious, right? We don't have a lot of evidence. He went in, he picked up a gun, the gun exploded, and it tore off some of his fingers. Probably Otori set up the trap. And then he walked around while his fingers were bleeding for some reason, I guess. Or was he shot before? How would you even make a gun that explodes when you try to shoot it? I think it's obvious that Teruya was trying to murder Haruko, right? I definitely think this letter was Teruya who sent it, because again, it was said that he had paper on him, and it was very obvious foreshadowing. So I think Teruya tried to murder Haruko. The only thing is, if Haruko killed himself, that doesn't work, because Monokuma specifically said he wouldn't count suicides. I mean, maybe he's just bending the rules again, or maybe he's gonna say after this, well, it was a suicide, so you guys can't leave. Back in the dancing hall. Lol. Could do that, but it seems like it can't be Otori, because he's like obviously way too suspicious. It's the same reason why I was thinking it couldn't be Taira in chapter 2. He died like at 6 a.m. So like an hour before we found the body. Really annoying that Kurokawa won't fucking tell us like who she saw enter. The way the blood was laid around the room, it seems like way too much gun. Maybe not though, I don't know. Did what the fuck was even Otori's plan? Because he wrote the letter, he booby-trapped the gun. What was his plan to kill Haruiko? Oh. Did Otori trap the gun, and then when Haruiko came after listening to the message, he said like, hey, listen, I'm gonna give you this gun, I want you to kill me so you guys can escape. And Haruiko was like, okay bro, I'll do it. And then Haruiko shot the gun, and that blew up his fingers. But then maybe Teruya thought that alone would kill him, but it didn't. So maybe Otori just like. That seems to make sense to me as to what his plan could have been. And then someone else came and like did the second half of the murder, like setting up the plan and everything. It's so suspicious to me that Teruya was just hanging out next to the armory, and then when we tried to open it, he was like, "Hey, what are you doing, Maida? Want me to help you with that?" Like, okay, man. Like, I still don't fully get what the point of the flash and smoke grenades were. If it wasn't to have someone escape from the room, as we said. I mean, it could have been fucking Haruiko who set that up. I don't know why he would do that, but. I feel like, is it like a Sakura case where like multiple people try to kill him and only one person actually did? Oh, the music stopped. Oh, there we go. It definitely seems like there's multiple murder plans at work here. Why would Tori have two guns booby trapped if that was his plan? He would only need one. What was Haruiko shooting at anyway? If it wasn't, let's assume it's not what I said about Teruya being like, hey, shoot me, and then you guys can escape. Assuming it's not that, what possible other reason would he have had to shoot the gun and blow up his hand? Unless he was trying to kill someone, but that doesn't seem likely. Maybe. Could be. He was just trying to kill someone. We didn't find any bullets on the floor or anything, right? Was this gun loaded? This one? We didn't check, I guess. Feels like I'm missing like one piece of evidence. I mean, I'm missing the rest of Kurkov's testimony, but it just feels like I'm missing like a little something. Otori is completely off my suspect list. I'm not even gonna entertain the thought that he was the killer. He was definitely involved, but there's no way he's the killer. It's way too obvious. They would never do that. They would never ever do that. This is like even more egregious than Mitch in chapter 1. That's way too obvious. I'm just gonna completely ignore that. So, the only other person it could possibly be is Satsuki. Or Mikaru, I guess. Or fucking Haruko killed himself, even though Monokuma said that wasn't allowed. To me, it looked like Haruko is the one who scattered the guns around. That's what it looked like. Was it like all the guns were scattered except one, so Haruko would be baited into picking that one up, and that one was... No, that's stupid. That's stupid. Could just pick one off the floor. I guess none of them had bullets in them, right? So if he was trying to shoot at something, the only gun he could pick up was the one with bullets in it, which is this one, which was booby trapped. They don't need to be on the floor for this to work, though. I still don't get what the second gun has to do with anything. If it's that corner gun. Oh, okay. I think this gun is actually not gonna explode. I think Teruya thought it was gonna explode because it looks like this gun, but I think Teruya didn't realize that this gun already exploded. I think he only rigged one gun, and he just thought that this was the one. I think this is probably the gun that the killer used. If there is a killer. I mean, there has to be. Wasn't there a gun right next to Haruko's body? Is this written somewhere? Yeah, there was, but it wasn't specific. So I think this was the actual murder weapon. Yeah. What the fuck was Otori's plan? Did Otori just like bait Haruko to come in the arsenal room, told Haruko to kill him, Haruko got the gun, shot him, the gun fucking exploded, and Teruya just ran out and just assumed that would kill him and didn't do anything else? Is he that stupid? And then someone else came and set up like everything with the plank and the grenade and everything? Maybe. That's the best idea I have right now. Still don't know where the fuck they got this wood plank, but that's probably not gonna be explained. I had this in my uniform before we changed, and I just put this under my dress, lol. If it's what I said, with the plan with Otori and the gun blowing up and him running away, why would Haruko just stay there and just like walk around with his hand bleeding everywhere? Was he trying to get another gun to like fucking get payback and fucking kill Otori? Maybe. That makes sense. And then someone walked in and just shot him? That's probably my best theory I've got. Okay, again, I've said this a couple times. In these games, there's always one piece of decisive evidence that makes it like, yeah, you're the only one who could have been the killer. I don't see any of this here. I really don't. Like in the other two cases, it was pretty obvious. Like, oh, only you could have been the killer because of X and Y. The only thing that points to a specific person here is the leather in the room, which is obviously pointing to Teruya, but it wouldn't be that obvious. I don't think it's Teruya. Let me read through this again. I would like a map of whose room is where in the dorm. That would be useful. Okay, I actually think it's not possible. Well, I mean, not possible is a strong phrasing, but I don't think it's like totally reasonable to figure out the killer right now. I think in the trial, Kirko will say who she saw walk past the door, and that will be the decisive evidence that we use to pinpoint the killer. Because I really don't think with what we have right now, we have something to like definitely point to one person. Except again the thing with Teruya. Yeah. Mikao did bring up, like, wait, if the killer did the flashbang to get out when we opened the door, why did they set it up so that it would automatically fucking, like, start up when, it would automatically blow up when we opened the door? Which, again, really points to Tori. Really points to Teruya. But it can't be Teruya, it's way too obvious. So then, the culprit actually did just run out of the room during the explosion, I guess? I mean, I'm probably gonna stop here, but my best guess is still Satsuki. I don't have a better guess. It's not... No one else just makes any sense in my mind, even though I have literally zero evidence pointing to her. Is it? I don't know, because of the... Does it not talk about his wound more somewhere else? Oh, here. Okay, I was thinking maybe something weird, but it really does seem like whoever shot him in the chest is the killer. It's not something weird where he died, like someone else murdered him in somewhere that's not obvious. Okay, I'm gonna stop here. Gonna think about it some more. Satsuki is probably the killer. I mean, I feel like I figured out almost everything. It seems pretty obvious. Just like, I don't know who did it. Yeah, okay, I'm gonna stop here. Yeah, okay. See you next time.